It's like close to 2 a.m. Wednesday night, and I just wanted to come in and talk a little bit. Yesterday night, I watched a movie, The Children Act, that really affected me. It was a very powerful and moving movie, and I can't stop thinking about it. I wrote up a blog post, but it contains spoilers, so even now I feel like I can't really say what I really want to say. It's definitely a movie I would recommend. There are so many aspects of the plot that really got me thinking. Something I've been starting to realize that sometimes surprises me is I feel like when I watch movies, I'm a lot more sympathetic than I think. I feel like I tend to have this weird view of myself as some cold person who doesn't sympathize with other people very easily. And there are times where I do feel like I'm very rigid and just like not easy to get along with. I don't know if it's just because of my experiences in gaming and feeling like I can't meet the right people to play with, but I just tend to have that view of myself, which is probably not a healthy way to view yourself. But then I end up watching these movies, and even in some very peculiar circumstances, I still manage to feel sympathy for a character that I feel like maybe the average person would not, or maybe the average person wouldn't view the scenario in a broad enough picture to feel sympathy. So it's just something interesting that I notice about myself when I watch movies. I just tend to really take in everything that I see, all of the information, and I try to be as fair as possible with how I interpret things. And I just don't often feel that level of understanding when it comes to regular people in life. I feel like I usually tend to approach things with the mindset of it being neutral or most likely negative, and it often sucks having that expectation. I feel like it must be that much different for me to feel like a completely different person when I watch movies, because movies for me have always just felt like an escape, right? You get to immerse yourself in this fictional story, you get to become attached to characters on the screen and stuff. So I feel like maybe when I'm watching a movie, I completely release all of the negative feelings that I tend to have towards people or my past experiences, and instead maybe end up watching with some different part of myself where I believe the best in people or something along those lines. It's kind of weird for me to talk about this right now because I feel like I haven't fully gone through exactly what I'm thinking or how I'm interpreting this separation of who I am when I'm watching a movie or when I'm just being my own person. It feels a little silly for me to talk about it in this way where I'm talking as if I have two different people. I think I'm really just starting to understand how different I am when I watch a movie. I feel much more open-minded. I don't often view myself capable of having that level of sympathy for others. As you can see, this movie has really got me thinking, and it tends to happen when a movie gets me really emotional. I watched a few scenes over again just earlier, and still gets me very emotional. I should sleep. It's way too late, much later than I should be up. I think this whole topic has got me feeling a little weird because now I feel like kind of compelled to do all this self-analysis, but I don't really know if it's maybe it's not as deep as I think. I think I'm probably just overthinking things, so I'm gonna sleep because I can feel myself getting emotional and I don't really want to keep talking if that's the direction I'm starting to feel. So, good night. Hi, Thursday after work, and I am making some spaghetti for dinner. I am the worst though. I bought ground beef on Monday and I totally forgot about it, so by now it's like brown and I don't really know if I want to eat it like that, but I bought something recently. Nothing groundbreaking. My face is still very fucked up these past few days where I'm getting insane acne or it's just not going away, and then I'm getting, you know, big acne on my forehead and shit even though I'm washing my face every day. So I'm gonna try out this other product, and this was actually, the brand is Cora Organics, and this is a brand that I've known about for many years now. This brand was started years ago by a model by the name of Miranda Kerr, and it's an organic skincare line, so I do like that. But I guess like over the years I kind of stopped using her because I wanted to try out other things, but I'm very curious to see if this will work for me. And you know what? I was thinking that when I look up the Korean process or their recommendation for the steps you want to do for washing your face, it includes a lot of steps. So I am starting to wonder if putting so much product on your face might be a bad thing. So for her product, this is a 3-step process. Some of the Korean ones are 5+ steps, which I think is ridiculous. So I bought a smaller package just to try it out. And since I had bought like several $100s of her products many years ago, she started an awards program maybe last year or something. But the nice thing is that she gave me points even though I didn't buy anything else for many years. So she included everything you bought previously. So I have a fair amount of points, so I had to pay for shipping only, which was still very stupid because shipping was $10 and it shipped from fucking California. So she better fix that. But anyways, oh actually, she has free shipping over $75, but that's a lot. I didn't want to spend that much right away. But okay, let's get to the product. Okay, this is what it looks like. So the packages are definitely smaller than I expected, which makes me feel bad about fucking spending $10 on shipping. But I didn't want to spend so much in case it didn't actually work for me. So I actually think that this size, it's 0.84 fluid ounces. This actually should last me 2 weeks, maybe. Because like when you think about it, you don't want to use too much product. Usually it's just like a small little amount on your palm, and then you just spread it and then you, so I am starting this right away today because it's just so frustrating because I'm drinking way more water than I have in a while. Like I'm drinking more than 52 fluid ounces a day at times, so I really want good skin. So this is what I will try out. If it doesn't work, gotta try something else. Good morning, it is Friday and I am heading into work. Not many worries though, because yesterday was pretty chill. Yesterday actually passed by pretty quickly during the day. I am trying something new with this hairstyle because I was straightening my hair, and usually you section your hair, so I had my top kind of pinned up a little bit, and I was like, you know what, this actually doesn't look so bad having it kind of half up. So I did that, but now I feel like it probably looks a little bit strange. Another thing is that since it's something I'm not used to, I just probably think it looks really strange just because I rarely have done a hairstyle like this. It's kind of similar to the very first time I got a makeover. The very first time I got my makeup done, actually, because 2 companies ago, during our Christmas party right beforehand, I decided I'm going to try to get a makeover done by a makeup artist at Sephora, because that was the period of time where I was starting to try out makeup. And since I was still extremely inexperienced, I was curious as to how I would look like if a professional or someone good did it for me. And afterwards, I felt like a clown. I felt very weird to see myself in the mirror, and I sometimes wonder if I would still feel that way, like on my wedding day, if I get my makeup done, am I still gonna look weird like that? But that's kind of another thing though. I was actually thinking about doing a video idea of marriage and all of my thoughts about that. I'm not really sure if I will. That topic might not be as extensive as I might think. Another topic idea I was thinking of was what I would want out of my next relationship, like the person and their personality traits. But I'm not really sure if that's something I want to talk about, mainly because I feel like when you do something like that, it is kind of just listing off qualities that might not be something you ever find in somebody all at once in combination. So yeah, just trying to think of the next topic I'd like to talk about. I do actually enjoy how they turn out, but when I'm sitting and recording, it can be very challenging because I sit there very long to talk, and also because maybe I'm still at that point in time where I'm not as confident about what I'm saying to people. I feel like I do have pretty strong views, and whenever I do talk about stuff, I feel confident about agreeing with whatever the hell I'm saying and how I'm explaining it. But when I'm talking to the camera to an audience like YouTube, it does make me feel less confident because the audience is so much bigger and you just don't know who you're speaking to. So I end up lacking confidence